Hi everybody, I'm Iron Mitch, this is Reggie the Dalek, and this is my review. Now, I just got done seeing probably the worst movie I have seen in a long time. And trust me, I've seen a lot of movies. This movie is Spy Kids all the time in the world. To really say this movie was bad is beyond words, really. This movie is, it's just bad. Let me give you the lowdown of what it's really about. It's about two new spy kids. Some dude who has a hearing problem and this chick that's really, really annoying. Their mom is a spy for OSS, which is apparently the agency that controls spy kids, but it's a shutdown program now. Anyways, they find out she's a spy, they become spies, and they try to stop this madman from stealing all the time in the world for some reason. I don't really know. It's really confusing. Anyways, the thing is that Robert Rodriguez. Oh my god. Look, there's just so many things I want to say about this movie. It's just terrible. It doesn't even require a scale. Okay, so just to give you a little bit of a hint of what I'm going through right now. The bad guy's plan is to use a time machine to go back in time to spend time with his father, who accidentally froze him in time, and that's about it. Don't ask me where the whole stealing time thing comes from. I mean, there's absolutely no science behind that. They don't really explain it. They just say that, you know, that time is going away. But the worst thing, the worst fuck up that this movie did, really, that it was just terrible on all levels, was the fact that they said that this has happened multiple times. So in theory, if this has happened multiple times and the whole world is at stake, you know, technically the world would have been destroyed 10 times over, or time is repeating itself, and this has been going on forever. And also the whole thing, because apparently when he comes back in time, that makes a new him, or I don't really get how he's him in the present and there's still another him. Anyways, it doesn't make sense. You know, I'm trying to explain it as best I can. You know, I really am trying to explain it as best I can. But it's just impossible, because technically if he keeps on coming back in time from the past to the present after just going back to the past from the present, technically all his henchmen are himself, the bad guy, Jeremy Piven's character, whose name escapes me, but he runs OSS 2, and that's kind of the spoiler alert. Anyways, so it's all Jeremy Pivens. It's an army of Jeremy Pivens, and there can't be more of a nightmare than that. I mean, but there's an army of Jeremy Pivens going around trying to stop the spy kids from using this little crystal that fell from the sky to use to stop his device. I think. I really don't know. It is, you know, I don't really know how it even, you know, comes into play, you know, this whole crystal thing. The crystal thing is kind of like a fail-safe, I think. It's just a huge ball of shit that rolls down a hill of shit, creating more shit. Like the talking dog. There's this talking dog who's voiced by Ricky Gervais, and I enjoy Ricky Gervais. I will admit, I do enjoy Ricky Gervais. But a talking dog? Really, Ricky? Really? Just a talking dog? You know, I didn't care if it was a talking duck that, you know, shot, you know, laser beams out of its asshole. You know, that would have been respectable in some aspects. But a talking dog, that is just the most unoriginal voice acting gig that I could come up with. Now, this Now this is the one thing that I also will get me. This dog is probably the most powerful thing that the Spy Kids have in their artillery, but they don't use him. The most powerful thing that they have in their artillery, you know what they use him for? They use him to watch the fucking baby. Also, oh, this is good. At the very end, the baby drop kicks somebody. Oh wait, doesn't drop kick, but like flips him over. That's probably the biggest fuck you that Robert Rodriguez could ever do to anybody. So, this movie had me screaming at all different types of level of pissed off. I mean, the story was weak, and I expected a weak story because it had Joel McHale in it. And I'm not trying to barge on Joel McHale for his acting gig. I mean, he's a good actor. I mean, he did Community, for Christ's sakes. I mean, that's just respectable in some aspects, right? Right? Okay. Well, anyways, that's not the point. The point is that, you know, you don't notice your own wife is a spy? How do you not know that? I mean, they try to put together this whole stupid thing about family into this whole big mess of just crap. And it doesn't really work out. I mean, I know that Spy Kids is supposed to be kind of like out there, supposed to be kind of, you know, free will, you know, kind of stuff like that. And I get that. And I really liked the first Spy Kids and the second Spy Kids. Those two were awesome. You know, they made you believe that you could do anything. Like when I was growing up, I wanted to be a spy kid. It was cool. I mean, you had the cool gadgets. You know, there was the hot chick. Also, Carmen and Uni call them back. And I say Uni because fuck the way they say Junie, because it's Mexican, damn it. Anyways, Carmen comes back and she's really, really hot. Gonna leave it at that. Junie or Uni is still an asshole. I knew that once when he was in Halloween. Anyways, the thing is that, you know, Spy Kids made you believe that you could be a spy. That was the whole, you know, kind of the fantasy world behind it. Now they just kind of took all that big, you know, ball of fantasy and just took a huge dump on it and just jacked off and just, you know, ejaculated all over it. You know? It's like Robert Rodriguez wanted to fail at this movie. And trust me, it did, thank God. I mean, this movie did not do well in the box office at all. And I know it's an older movie, but I'm also doing movies that have come out that, you know, need to be resurfaced to remind you how bad they really are. Anyways, I'm kind of rambling on at this point. But Army of Jeremy Pivens is never a good thing. Jessica Alba pregnant. Also, stop her. Stop the books right now. Stop it. I'm going to get serious for a second. The puns. You know, I'm not really trying to be nitpicky when it comes to puns because, you know, they're puns. You know, they're supposed to be cheesy. They're supposed to be, you know, not really, you know, taken seriously. I mean, I can handle a few puns here and there. But if you literally write the script on puns, anybody, if you write a movie that is completely based on puns, I will fucking hunt you down and I will slit your throat while I read you puns. Because this fucking movie, I tell you, this movie's it's just puns all over. You know, I could try to splice the movie to get every single pun, but you probably have the same hour and a half of shit that is Spy Kids 4. You know, that it's unbelievable. The puns that they put into this thing, mostly about clocks. It's mostly Jeremy Piven that's, you know, riffing off these puns, and I can take it from him. But once when they start throwing in pregnancy puns, baby puns, you know, kid puns, you know, stuff like that, I had to stop this movie for a little while, and I had to, like, literally step back, had to take a breather, if I had some drugs, I would probably take LSD, so I probably would want to enjoy this movie. Even if I was on something, I don't think I would be able to do it. it's a shame what Hollywood has come to. Like, I know this movie came out a couple years ago, but seriously, this movie, I tell you, this movie on a, I guess it's time to give my rating, huh? Okay, well, on a rating of 1 to 10, I'm gonna have to give this movie a fuck this movie. That's it, alright? Stay tuned. Me and Reggie are still gonna be here, and we're gonna be back soon with another bad movie next week. Jets Aflame.